Today we will discuss about the excretory products and elimination of excretory products through the human kidneys. This is a pair of kidneys shown in the figure. The kidneys, the two ureters arising from the kidneys, urinary bladder where urine is stored, and the urethra through which urine is expelled. These are the adrenal glands, the endocrine glands, which are situated at the top of the kidneys. The kidneys are reddish brown in color. Each kidney is about 10 to 12 centimeter long, 5 to 7 centimeter wide, 2 to 3 centimeter in thickness, and 120 grams in weight in a normal, healthy adult human. Now, what is the location of the kidneys? The kidneys are located in the lower abdomen, in the lower abdominal cavity, in between two specific vertebrae, the last thoracic vertebra and the third lumbar vertebra. The kidneys are located in between the last thoracic vertebra and the third lumbar vertebra. They are very close to the dorsal abdominal wall. That means they are close to the dorsal side. They are very close to the dorsal side of the body cavity in the lower abdomen. Now, on the surface of each kidney, you can see there is a concave surface, concave part. The central portion of this concave surface is called hilum. This part is called hilum. Through the hilum, what enters? Through the hilum, blood vessels, nerve fibers and the ureter enters. In the hilum, you can see the renal artery enters, renal vein leaves, nerve fibers enter, the ureter also leaves. This part, the central portion of the concave surface is called hilum. Now, the outer region, this is the outer region, the peripheral part of the kidney, it is called cortex. The inner portion, the central part is called medulla. Cortex and medulla. Now, this is the structure which is funnel-like, broad, inner to the hilum. This portion is hilum. Interior to hilum, this is a broad funnel-like structure. This is called renal pelvis. This part is called renal pelvis. Renal pelvis has certain projections. These are the projections which are called renal calyces. Renal calyces. Now, the medulla, the inner portion, medulla of each kidney is divided into some conical masses. These are the triangular or conical masses of medulla, medullary tissue. These conical masses of medullary tissue are called medullary pyramids. The medullary pyramids. Medullary pyramids project into renal calyces. These are the renal calyces. So medullary pyramids enter or pass into renal calyces. Renal calyces project into pelvis, renal pelvis. Now this outer region or peripheral part is called cortex. The cortical tissue emerges in between the renal pyramids in the form of columns. These are the columns. In between the medullary pyramids, these are the cortical tissues which are present, which project in the form of columns. These are called columns of Bartini, renal columns of Bartini. This is clear in the longitudinal section of kidney. This is the pelvis. These are the renal calyces, these projections. These are the medullary pyramids. Medullary pyramids mean medullary tissue divided into conical masses. These are in between the medullary pyramids. These are renal columns of Bartini, the cortical tissue that projects between the renal pyramids in the form of columns. So between renal pyramids, these are renal columns of Bartini. This is the ureter. This part is called pelvis. Renal vein, renal artery. This is the longitudinal section of human kidney. Now each kidney contains some structural and functional units called nephrons. There are about 1 million nephrons in each kidney. These are the nephrons. This is the structure of nephron. Each nephron has two parts, Bowman's capsule and tubular part. Glomerulus and Bowman's capsule and the tubular part. This is the tuft. This is a tuft. This is a mass. This is a network of blood capillaries which is called glomerulus. Glomerulus arises from efferent arteriole, a branch of the artery. Efferent arteriole breaks up into glomerulus, a circular tuft, T-U-F-T, tuft of blood capillaries. It is surrounded by a double-walled cup-like structure which is called Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus. Glomerulus is surrounded by a double-walled cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule. So glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule together constitute renal capsule or renal corpuscle or Malpighian body. Glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule together constitute renal corpuscle or Malpighian body. Now, the glomerulus arises from efferent arteriole, and from the glomerulus, efferent arteriole comes out. This is the efferent arteriole. This is efferent arteriole and this is efferent arteriole. The efferent arteriole gives rise to glomerulus and the glomerulus ends in efferent arteriole which comes out and it traverses, it forms a network all over the renal tubule. The efferent arteriole is a blood vessel. It makes branches, it makes a fine network all over the tubular part. And this tubular and this network, which is very fine and formed by efferent arteriole over the renal tubule, is called peritubular capillaries. These are peritubular capillaries which are formed by efferent arteriole. So efferent arteriole, efferent arteriole. Now just behind the Bowman's capsule, the tubular part starts. This is the tubular part of the nephron. So nephron consists of two parts, renal corpuscle and tubular part.